Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a really good day. Today I am sharing Call Me Crafty Al's Sheetload, but I'll be decorating junk journals with it. So Call Me Crafty Al is here on YouTube, and tomorrow we will be live together at 2:30 p.m. That is Central Standard Time. And you can go over, I'll leave it linked down below. You can get a notification, ring the bell, and that way you can see us live. So here is my sheet load, which I shared on the 2nd of July. And when you get the sheet load, it's absolutely free. It is for making cards, like these were 5x7s, but I've been sharing ways that you can use card sketches in your junk journals. So I made my sheet load, the quinceañera, and you can check that video out as well if you missed it. This month I have made 20 simple journals. I have 5 of 4 different themes. Like this is a beach theme. You can tell there's a lot of white pages. These are very basic, very fast journals. I can make 5 of these in an hour and a half, and I'm making them for an upcoming craft fair. I'm not going to add tons of stuff. These are like writing journals and very basic. The first ones I did were like the most basic, these right here. And they do need, for me, a little bit of decoration. So today I'm going to use the sheet load. I'm going to decorate a couple of pages in each of these 5 journals. Then I'm going to show you 2 other ways to use the sheet load in your junk journals. So I hope you keep watching and that you enjoy this video and the inspiration that I have for you. So the idea is to take a card sketch, look at it, and envision ways to be inspired to decorate pages, to make ephemera, and work in your junk journals. Now, this month's sketch, I think, is perfect for scraps. I went through my scraps. I have scrap ephemera, scrap paper, scrap printables. I've got all the scraps, y'all. So I went through all of them. I'm showing you as I sort through them right now. And I was looking for strips that I could use and some ephemera that I thought would be nice, which I found these pieces, which were just leftovers from other projects. And I thought all of these were already like quick and easy. I also have packages of ephemera from Hobby Lobby, so you don't have to use printables. Just use whatever's in your stash. You can use stamps, stencils, patterned paper, just whatever. Washi tape. Who has washi tape? This is my full collection. And I went through and I got different widths of it, some thin, medium, and thicker. So you don't even have to go through your scraps if you don't want to. You could just pull out your washi tape. Washi tape is one of those things you really need to use it or you'll lose it. Washi tape goes bad over time. The glue goes bad, and so you just want to use it. Find ways to use it. And I think this month's sketch from Alicia is perfect for it. I found all these coordinating ones that I thought would be lovely in these journals. And if you want, the sheet load is printed to scale. So you could actually hold your washi tape up to it, see kind of like, oh, what idea of what you'll get from it. If you don't have washi tape, just cut strips of paper. This is not to leave anyone out. It's to include everyone, regardless of your stash. So as you can tell, these journals, these nature ones in particular, had a lot of blank pages, just tea-dye, random pages. And I'm going to go and find the spreads like this one where there's no decoration. And I'm going to add some washi tape and be inspired by this sketch. Now I do it 2 different ways, and because I know I have 5 journals, what I'm doing here is this is a washi tape that is backed with a paper. So I'm able to determine the length that I need with one and then get 5 strips, just by using that one to keep measuring. And here's another one, and I'll do the same thing with this one. I'm just figuring out how long these need to be, which is about 5.5 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 5 strips of each of the washi tapes. And that way I can mass decorate these albums or these journals. So once I have everything cut, then I'm set. Here's how I did ones that didn't have the paper on the back. I mean, any washi tape will do. You can manage it however you want if you're mass cutting the strips. Okay, I don't trust the glue on washi tape. It is not meant to be permanent, but I like things to be permanent. So I'm going to use my glue stick and add glue to the washi tape to make sure it adheres down. Now, you don't have to cut all your strips the way that I did, but it does feel a little quicker, a little more efficient to get that done. So with each one, with this one, I decided to do them horizontally across the page. I'm going to show you in the next example that we can go vertically on the page. And I can't wait to share some of the other ideas, but we're just starting with this one. So I am using just varying sizes of washi tape and patterns that I thought looked nice together, and I'm varying them on the bottom of this page. Now, once I did that, then I did want to add a piece of ephemera or decoration. So that's when I went in and grabbed, I did 2 different kinds, well, really 3 different kinds in this video. I had 2 birds, so I used both of them. And then I had those doily images, and I used those. And then I used the tags that were already cut out and were botanical as well. These journals are just supposed to be nature and botanical. So with the birds, they are designed to look like they're ripped, and so I just go ahead and ripped those out. I didn't even bother cutting it. You could cut it if you want. You could use this in any theme journal. The simple journals that I made, which I'm decorating right now, I made in 4 different themes. I made in nature, Wizard of Oz, Christmas, and beach themed, like vintage beach themed. And I did that because a lot of times we come up with great ideas. We make it once, and then before we're moving on, we feel like we have to find another idea. You really don't. Like if you find something that you enjoy doing, like I've really enjoyed making these really simple journals, then make them in lots of themes. Same thing with when I'm sharing this inspiration from the Sheetload. It's not for a theme. It's for the general idea, and every month there's different sketches, but it works for any theme that you want. So, and this one you see me working with like the nature theme, but it can work for anything. So make sure to always keep an open mind when you see a project shared online, not just here on my channel, but on any channel, that it may be the project that you really find appealing, maybe not so much the subject matter. And that's okay. Just know that you can always change it and make it your own. So on this one, I am using scraps that I had left over from making these journals, and I just cut them into thin strips, and I'm just going to use a couple of those and put them along the page vertically on this edge, and then I'll add some washi tape and do a page like that, and then add ephemera. So it's the same concept that I've already shared with you previously, except for in this one, I'm using more paper than washi tape and turning it vertically. Now, I have done this 2 months prior, so I will also look for those videos. Sometimes I do this live, but I wanted to give y'all just a quick, fun video and share the ideas with you this way. I like to do videos a couple of different ways now. I really love going live with everyone. I've, in the past, for the 4 years that I've had my channel, I've always done edited videos, but I'm playing with doing videos in real time. So now when you're on my channel, there's a whole variety of ways that I share inspiration and information with you guys. So this is kind of a nod back to the way I started. Okay, here are lots of scraps that I had left over from making these 20 journals. I have these 4 sheets that were like 4 by 12 and plain, just plain cardstock, no decoration. With these, you could stencil on them, you could stamp on them, you could put paste on them, or you can do what I'm doing, which is decorating them inspired by the Sheetload. I am cutting it down to 3 by 8.5, and I am making belly bands. Now, I'm going to keep these 1-inch strips because I'm actually going to use those in the next project, in the third example. But for these, I'm going to take paper and washi tape, and look, I used up a whole roll of washi tape. That feel good. Like, so glad I visited my stash of washi. I even got to use some up, and I'm doing a mixture here of the washi tape and the paper. And these are great because these are going to be belly bands for journals that are just kind of pre-made. All I'm doing here is using that base scrap that I had, and then I'm putting washi tape in these bands around them. When I go to glue it to the page, the back won't matter because it'll be glued down. But now I have 4 of these made, and I'm not going to put anything on them because I don't know what journals these will go into. But one day when I'm ready to use them, I grabbed this bag of ephemera just to give you ideas. If I'm making botanical journals, I can put botanical things. I can put butterflies. I can put Santa Claus. I can decorate these belly bands to match the theme of my journal when I decide to use them. But for now, these will be just kind of mass made. I actually do have a file folder where I keep pre-made belly bands. So I'll just be able to pop these in there, and I can pick a color that works for a journal that I'm working on. So if you do this, I liked using the gold and the colors that I felt like could go in any journal. Finally, my last idea for this Sheetload, I grabbed my paper playground journal. This journal is for recording y'all's comments and engaging with you guys and recording our exchange with one another. And it is, I call it the paper playground journal because it's just for play. I grabbed these 1 by 8.5 inch strips, and I decided to use these strips to create a belly band. And this still is inspired by the Sheetload because I'm using these strips of paper, scraps left over. Now these are all the same size, and it's okay. Like, the Sheetload is a jumping off place. It always is, whether you're making cards or journals or whatever you're using it an inspiration for. It's a jumping off place. It doesn't have to be interpreted exactly. And so as I worked, I began, when I saw those scraps over there, I thought these would make a really cool interactive belly band. And I've never done this before, but because I'm in the creative process, these kind of ideas come. And it's nice to have a journal where you can play, like this paper playground journal, and you can just try new things. So it was fun to experiment here. And it is an idea that I will probably most certainly carry through to other journals. But the idea here is I've got these 1-inch strips, 4 of them, that are belly bands. They're only glued at the top of the page and the bottom of the page. So that means that you can tuck things behind. When you hear belly band, it's basically a pocket where things can be tucked in. What I absolutely love about this one is that I've always loved paper weaving. I don't know what it is, part of its process, part of its results. I just love it. And now I kind of have the ability to paper weave in my ephemera or things that I want to put onto this page. So I did use the washi tape that was on my desk, and I am just folding it over to this back page. You don't have to. You could cut it off at the top edge. I just liked it. And it's my junk journal. I'm just playing. So I just folded the excess over. But I'm going to show you here what I'm talking about. So now I can slide a piece behind 2 bands, but over the other 2. I'm going to trim down this gel print. I could slide this behind all 4 belly bands if I wanted. And then I can alter, I could bring in a tag. Now this next thing I'm going to bring in is just a scrap of paper to demonstrate, but now I could weave in another piece of ephemera, and before you know it, you could just layer like so many pieces in here. I love this concept. I love playing with this, and I love where the Sheetload took me this month. I got some mask makes done, I got mask decoration done, and I came up with a new concept for future journals. Now you can become a member of Call Me Crafty Owl's channel. I think it's $1.99, and you can get all of her past Sheetloads. She's been doing these for years. I've been on her team for at least 3 years. The Sheetload is not the only place. Any card sketch that you find can be inspiration. I did do the same thing. I used this as a formula, and I decorated all 5 of these nature journals, 2 pages in each one. I did the vertical decoration and the horizontal decoration. It was the perfect addition to these journals. I didn't have to recreate the wheel every time I picked up a journal to decorate it. It just makes me more efficient, more effective. So all 5 of those journals got 2 pages each. I have 4 pre-made belly bands ready to go. And then I have this concept that I think I will adopt and use in future journals. And I just love it. I think it's so fun. So I hope you guys are feeling inspired by this. I hope you have enjoyed this series. I know I'm enjoying it. Sometimes you can feel a little stuck when it comes to decorating your journals or recording your memories in them. And so I hope that you will check out the Sheetload. Come watch us live tomorrow. I'll see you later. Bye.